My name is Jaime. I'm co-founder of Kindred Being. We offer beyond quantum healing hypnosis sessions as well as crystals and energy tools. I'm a certified beyond quantum healing facilitator, and this entire journey started for me in 2017 when my spirit guides stepped into my life. They changed my entire perspective. They changed my entire reality. Since then, my journey has been that of expansion and enlightenment. This is what I want to share with you. This is my story. It's Sunday, December 23rd. I'm headed to the office. I'm here waiting for the bus, connecting with the sun, and I have a lot to say today, but I'm going to wait till I get to the office, and I want to talk about a few things. So I'll check back in then. Okay, I'm at the office and I wanted to talk to you about what I was receiving yesterday. I've been hearing a lot from other light workers in our Facebook group, Kindred Beings, and other friends and family on this path of ascension, that we've been having a little bit of a hard time with clearing our thoughts of negativity, and kind of past negative events have been flashing back in our minds, things that we thought we have dealt with already, but yet we keep getting these flashes. And this is something that meditation helps a lot with. Meditation helped me with this in the beginning of this spiritual awakening journey, to clear those thoughts and to really control my thoughts, and to be able to send out love and have loving thoughts towards myself and the situations around me, instead of having these negative events keep replaying again and again in my mind. However, what we're experiencing now are from experienced meditators and light workers. I think this is something a little bit different. So I'm going to speak from my own experience that the way that it's different for me is that in this journey, the energies were so powerful for me. The love energies, it was really hard to even resist being in that love frequency. It was just kind of an alignment that happened with my entire being. And in that alignment, I was able to forgive all. I was able to forgive all past experiences, and forgive myself in every situation, forgive everyone else that was involved in those situations. And it was just kind of like a mass love sending, like a mass love frequency, sending it out to my entire past, sending it out to my entire future, sending it out to, you know, all of my past lives, all of my existences, all of the different timelines. So that was really powerful, and I was having a pretty easy time being in that love frequency. So what I think is happening now is each of those individual events are now coming up for me personally, for me to look at and address individually. So instead of sending love and forgiveness on a mass scale, if something comes up, I'm able to look at it and see it for what it was, and then send love to the situation and send love to everyone in that event, and then let it go. And then another one might come up and I'll look at it and I'll send it love. I'll understand it for what it was and for the lesson it had for me and the place it had on my journey. And then I'm able to let it go. So I think that's what's been happening for me. A lot of other people are reporting the same thing. So it's not necessarily the cycle of negativity that we may have already dealt with in the beginning of our awakening. It's more like it's more like just, are you like, let's look at each thing individually, and anything left in there, anything left in your heart of pain associated with this situation has to be let go completely, because we're doing a refinement of our being, a refinement of our heart, a refinement of our frequency and our energy, and able to to enable us to be in alignment with that of the ascension energies that are happening right now, for all of us to ascend along with the earth into the new earth, and to, you know, accept the multi-dimensional selves that we are. So that's something that's been coming up, but along with that, caused by that, I think a lot of light workers are also having issues with their family members, people in their lives that are close to them, and that you have to interact with and live with and be with at a frequent basis. You know, there's you can't get away from it. You know, you either live with them or you have to interact for whatever reason. And I've been hearing a lot of people having problems being able to stay in that love frequency and not letting, you know, the actions of others in those situations kind of pull your vibration down, because you're around it all the time, or frequently. You're around it frequently. And so, you know, it might have a tendency to work on your own vibration. Well, of course, you know, what I do in those situations is I try to emanate my own vibration rather than taking on that of others. So I really make sure that my own heart is open and emitting that love frequency to send that to those around me rather than taking on their vibrations. So that really helps. But I had kind of an interesting insight yesterday on kind of a different level. It's kind of like funny the way it came to me, but I had kind of a It's a Wonderful Life moment. And it's funny because we're so close to Christmas, and I haven't watched that movie. I don't know how many years. I did not watch it this year around Christmas, but now I think I might want to. But I basically had an It's a Wonderful Life moment where I was understanding, you know, that all these people are characters in our lives. You know, I might be a character in someone else's life. And to understand that that is their character, that is who they are, love them for who they are, even if it's negativity, even if it's negative towards you, even if, you know, they're doubting you all the time, or they're putting you down, or whatever it is they're doing, or they're, you know, not understanding your path. That's okay. That is their character. That is who they are. And understand and love them for who they are, and not to diminish them and not to diminish their impact, but understand that, oh, you know, that's just so-and-so, that's how they are, and that can help us to deal with the situation without giving our energy to it and allowing that situation, that interaction, to pull down our energy and pull down our frequency. So the way that came to me was like someone in my family was watching a sitcom, an old sitcom. So, you know, there's all these characters, and just because they're all so different doesn't mean that they have to impact each other negatively. You know, kind of in these old sitcoms, are like, oh, that's just so-and-so, that's just Frasier, or that's just, you know, Chandler, or that's just Joey, you know, that's just who they are. So it doesn't necessarily affect your experiences, and you can, you know, still give ear to what their thoughts and their feelings, and you can still be there to support them. But if there's any fingers pointed your way, you know, just kind of understand that that's just how they are. And you are a mirror for their own experiences and for them to work on their own issues, which is really, really difficult when your own issues are getting mirrored back to you. So understand that that's happening, and that could be very difficult for them. Understand it's happening for you too, that the people around you are mirroring your own doubt, insecurities, your own, questions or negativity. And through my recent Beyond Quantum Healing session as a client, the facilitator really helped me to understand this, is that because we are working with our own energy, our energy is becoming very powerful. We're refining it again, and we're learning to focus it. And so because we're doing that active work, it's very powerful. So if there's a seed of doubt that we have in our hearts, it can be reflected back to us from those around us, but not only reflected back, magnified. So, again, what we see and what we experience in our reality is a reflection of what's going on inside. So that gives you insight as to, well, let's do something about that doubt. Well, let's do something about that negative thought. Let's do something about the lack of self-love there. Let's work on that and really appreciate ourselves and really support ourselves and really encourage ourselves and find that connection and that from the universe, and then find encouragement from that connection and then the work that we do inside. I said in an earlier video when I was channeling right before my Beyond Quantum Healing session the other day, that it's not selfish to do work on self and to grow and expand in your own journey, because the expansion that happens and the growth that happens in yourself is the expansion and the growth of everyone, because we are all connected and we are all one. So you're not doing it to the exclusion of those around you. You're not doing it at the expense of those around you, because you're taking the time and effort to put it into yourself and your journey. You're doing it for the benefit of those around you and the entire planet and every being in this universe and source itself. This is the benefit of our entire universe, that we do this self-work and that we expand our consciousness and our understandings in these amazing ways. So that's what I was getting, and it was a total, it's a wonderful life moment for me yesterday, because I was starting to feel the energy from the other light workers who are having problems with this, and I was starting to feel the energy in my own existence, and it's like, gosh, how can you deal with this when there's this negativity around you all the time? And we know these things, but until it finally clicks and we know it in our hearts and we know it in our being, that's when the real amazing things happen. But yeah, I even got flashes of the It's a Wonderful Life movie right after I came to those realizations of, you don't have to change people. They don't have to be you. They don't have to think like you. They don't have to experience things like you. It's never going to happen that way, and there's no reason why we should want it to happen that way. It's all of our differences that make up, the beautiful kaleidoscope of our universe, and those differences through the experiences that we have. But we can appreciate it. We can love everyone for where they are, for who they are, for their own experiences, their own knowledge, their own energy that they bring, whatever it is, without getting drawn into it and without allowing it to affect our own energy. And just again, anything that's reflected to you, you can look at it and just send love to it. That's the answer to every question for me so far. has been love and staying in the love frequency. Every question I ask in every Beyond Quantum Healing session I've had, whether as a client or as a facilitator, the answer has always been love. So there's a lot of channelers, there's a lot of light workers right now. We're getting all kinds of information about your galactic families, your star families, the fact that we're star seeds. And all of that is very fascinating, very important to a lot of people's journeys. But my journey is a little bit different because my journey comes from the standpoint that we are all star seeds, we're all light workers. Yes, there are many galactic families, and yes, there's a lot of details a lot of people are getting in, and all of that is important. All of that can help us. But my message is one message, and that's love, because love takes care of all of that. You don't have to worry about who your star family is. You don't have to worry about which planet you come from, or where the ley lines are, or, you know, if there's ETs above your house right now, or whatever information is coming through. You don't have to worry about that, because love takes care of all of that. It's the answer to everything. As long as you hold the love vibration, you are living your true path, and you're assisting with the ascension of the planet. You're assisting the expansion of every person on the planet. You're assisting Source itself. You're assisting your own journey and your own mission by holding the love and emitting that love frequency. So that's what I wanted to share today. I'm at the office, of course. I might check in later again if I have anything else come through. Okay, I did want to add one more thing. In one of my Beyond Quantum Healing sessions as a client that my sister Lilah facilitated, the answer to my question was, my question was what to do when someone's sending you a lot of negativity, or you're experiencing a negative interaction. And my higher self said, send more love. Always send more love, because that's when the person who you're interacting with needs it most. So if they're sending out a lot of negativity, what they need most in that moment is that love. So not only are you aligning your own heart and your own being with the love frequency, because you're emanating it out, and first you have to be filled with love before you can emanate it out. You're also sending that love frequency to that person who, at a moment when they need it the most, because if they're sending out negativity, they need that love right then in that moment. So I just wanted to share that. That's another way to help dealing with family and friends over the holidays, is just send love. Send love. Okay. Okay, I just wanted to share that I participated in Sunday's Unity Meditations. This is organized by Sandra Walter. Check out her website, look her up. She's amazing. And she's organized this every Sunday. She's been doing it for a few years now. And this is a time for light workers around the world to connect energetically, to expand our energy and assist in the ascension of Gaia and of us all. And she has them throughout the day. I participate usually in the 11:11 a.m. Meditation. It's Pacific Standard Time. You do it for 33 minutes, but she has it throughout the day. She has one at 5:11 a.m., one at 8:11 a.m., the 11:11 a.m., and then the 5:11 p.m. And she has some beautiful guided meditations on her YouTube channel that you can check out and do for these Sunday meditations, or you could just check in energetically and let the journey unfold. So join me on Sundays doing this, and let's connect energetically. You know, soon we won't be having to use phones and internet connections and all that to communicate. We'll be able to communicate without technology. And this is kind of a practice in doing that. See what we can get from the collective when we're all tuned in on Sundays. So join me. Thank you so much for watching this video and being a part of my journey to spread the love, the light, and enlightenment. Please remember to like, subscribe, click for notifications, and share this video to get the message out. And I will see you in the next video.